Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Arthur Jack.
It is Friday, June 28th. Happy Friday to everybody. A little bit of a rainy Friday on tap, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. And I think it's going to tick up a little bit more as we go through the morning and the afternoon into the overnight hours. So we should get maybe a couple of inches well up to the north and here, maybe up to maybe an inch or so. So let's get into it really, my friend. You're also going to be seeing here the possibility of this rainfall kicking in a little bit closer to us, slowly but surely, as we go through the 6 o'clock hour. And with that, you see the thunderstorm starting to tick up as well by Rochester. They're rolling on in, getting a little closer here right now. We see a little bit of that rainfall kind of just really starting to kick up now for us here. We're starting to get the moderate rain pushing into the area, and with that happening, well, it's going to make it a little bit more wet for us for your morning commute. So please be careful, take it slow, take your time. Current temperatures are widespread in the 60s with a few upper 50s down to the southeast. And in fact, we're going to be looking at observed wind speeds. Those are going to be ticking up a little bit as that rainfall gets closer. We get those winds coming out of the south eventually, and that's going to usher in warmer air moving in with that colder air blending into your forecast, and that means very difficult storms ahead for us later on in the afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. President Biden and former President Trump will be back on the campaign trail today following their first presidential debate of the year. The 90-minute event gave voters a chance to compare the candidates. Biden's voice shaky and raspy, while Trump repeatedly offered up false or misleading statements. Jared Hill is in Atlanta with a recap of the night and reaction.
In a presidential debate rematch 4 years in the making, a stark contrast in style and tone.
People are coming in and they're killing our citizens.
So what we had to do is try to put things back together again.
Out of the gate, President Biden's voice faltered.
We brought out
The 81-year-old spoke quietly and several times seemed to lose his train of thought.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Mid-debate, his campaign said he was fighting a cold.
On January 6th, we were respected all over the world.
Trump's performance was bombastic, but the 78-year-old's statements were frequently false.
He's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
The presumptive Republican presidential nominee also avoided answering many questions. Moderators had to ask 3 times if he'll accept the outcome of the election.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely.
Muting the microphones helped the moderators get to a number of key topics like abortion rights, the economy, and immigration. The only real heated back and forth between the candidates was about their golf games.
That's the biggest lie, that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
As Americans watched across the country, undecided voters we heard from said the debate didn't help them make up their minds.
On CNN.
According to a Gallup poll gathered before the debate, about 60% of U.S. adults said they were very concerned President Biden is too old to be president. Only 18% had the same level of concern about Trump. Here at home, the La Crosse County Democratic Party gathered at the Rivoli Theater to watch the debate. With 5 months to go until the November election, Chair of the La Crosse County Democratic Party, William Garcia, said having this debate so early will help get people prepared for Wisconsin's upcoming primary and may even help bolster support for Democratic candidates across the state on all levels.
I think the one big advantage is that it just gets people excited a little earlier. You know, here in Wisconsin, we've got primaries coming up in August. So this debate is actually going to generate interest not just for Biden, but for all of our Democratic candidates up and down the ballot that have primaries coming up in August.
And Garcia also claimed tax cuts passed by former President Trump, quote, blew a massive hole in the nation's deficit, and added that other than that, got nothing else accomplished, end quote. La Crosse County Republicans watched the debate at Congressman Derek Van Orden's office. That meeting was closed to the media. Eau Claire County Republicans hosted a watch party too. The group's vice chairman says the candidates' economic policies are the biggest things on young voters' minds here in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley.
The devastation that's occurred to people's families' budgets, trying to make ends meet, the cost of housing going up, rents have gone through the roof. Young people, newlyweds, they probably feel that they won't be able to own a home. They'll be renters for the rest of their lives. So the economy is the worst thing.
We reached out to La Crosse Republicans for comment. They declined. Experts say elections like this can have impact on our mental health. Left, right, or in the middle, all sides are subject to concern for the future. Our brains also don't like change, which can lead to anxiety and depression. Psychiatrist Dr. Thomas J. Vallant says to ease election stress by taking a break from things election related, keep up your routine like eating well, exercising, and keeping good sleep. Former Uvalde, Texas Schools Police Chief Pete Arredondo was taken into custody and later released on bond. The San Antonio Express News is reporting Arredondo and a second officer who responded to the deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in 2022 were indicted by a grand jury on felony charges of child endangerment. During the shooting, the gunman opened fire in a fourth grade classroom and stayed there for more than 70 minutes before officers stormed in and killed him. A 13-year-old has been arrested for a shots-fired incident in La Crosse. On Monday night, police responded to a shots-fired call on Hood Street. No injuries were reported, but shell casings were found. The juvenile is now facing multiple charges, including possession of a dangerous weapon by someone under 18 and first-degree reckless endangering safety. A former nursing administrator of Pine Valley Community Village is under arrest after creating fake threats toward herself. 38-year-old Shaponda Jimerson contacted the Richland County Sheriff's Office in April, claiming she was receiving Facebook threats. After an investigation, it was found that the letter was fake and online records showed she created the Facebook accounts and sent the messages to herself. Jimerson turned herself in to Richland County Jail Wednesday, where she's charged with perjury and resisting obstructing an officer. The Wisconsin Supreme Court overturned a 2020 ruling which kept an anti-abortion protester from coming close to a Planned Parenthood nurse. In 2020, a Trumpereau County judge barred Brian Aish from being near nurse Nandi Kinshi. She worked at a family planning clinic in Blair and claims Aish verbally threatened her. Aish argued since his comments were made from a public sidewalk, the comments were protected by free speech under the First Amendment. In a unanimous decision, the Supreme Court agreed with Aish and overturned the ruling. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul visited the Sparta Police Department in honor of new resources in fighting the opioid crisis. The state is receiving about $750 million through 2038 from a multi-state settlement with opioid manufacturers. The department will get a $250,000 grant from initial settlement plans, which they plan to use to hire an officer dedicated to substance use responses. That officer will train with the local nonprofit Next Steps for Change, which organizes peer support substance recovery services.
The opportunity for peer support is significantly less in terms of dollar amounts than putting someone into a 30-day treatment program somewhere.
If we can step in with resources, we may prevent that next fatal use.
Moreski says in the last year, her organization has helped more than 200 people with substance abuse issues in Monroe County. Flooding has impacted numerous cities across western Wisconsin, including right here. News 8 Now's Michael Germain rode along with a routine patrol officer on the Black River to see how the recent flooding could impact your 4th of July plans.
For many people, they've never seen the Black River water levels this high. With river levels well over 10 feet, the National Weather Service has issued moderate flooding for La Crosse, reaching levels above 14 feet. Andrew Jarrett, a police officer for the city of La Crosse, says flooding has impacted slow no-wake zones.
Areas that normally are not slow no-wake, that are close to developed shoreline, become slow no-wake zones.
While we were out patrolling, we stumbled upon a piece of a floating dock in the middle of the channel, demonstrating the importance of adhering to slow no-wake zones.
That continuous wake that's beating against the shore is going to cause damage to those docks and damage and erosion to those beaches.
With the 4th of July approaching, more people will be spending their time out on the water regardless of boat landing closures.
We'll be out here providing that education to boaters about the slow no wake and providing enforcement to the area.
Reporting in La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 8 Now this morning.
The National Weather Service is expecting river levels to remain high for the next week. During the 4th of July, the river levels are expected to stay consistent at 14 feet. And get ready for an exciting weekend of events in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley. In Holmen, the first ever Cheese Fest kicks off tomorrow morning at 10. Head to the Holmen Area Community Center for a craft and art vendor market. Then check out the meat raffle and silent auction at Features Restaurant. That starts at noon. In Eau Claire, comedy fans won't want to miss the Jar of Pain improv show at Eau Claire Improv tomorrow night. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 7:30. For movie buffs, Marillion is the place to be tonight. The Marillion Lions Club is hosting a free classic car show from 5 to 8 at Guile Park, followed by a free screening of Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny at dusk. Just tune your car radio to the provided frequency to enjoy the show. Today's clue for the Riverfest medallion just been revealed. It says, quote, since 1911, aviation has captivated La Crosse. During Airfest 2024, our 2023 Commodore took to the skies. The Blue Angels put on quite a show. Oh my. The medallion is hidden within a 10-mile radius of Riverside Park. It's small enough to fit in the palm of your hand and won't be buried. The winner gets 4 Riverfest buttons, $50 in food vouchers, and 10 beverage tickets. The time now is 6:09, still ahead on your morning news. Why hurricanes could actually bring much-needed relief to coral reefs. Bank of America experts say the housing market could be stuck. We'll tell you until when. And SpaceX is developing a vehicle to bring the International Space Station out of orbit.
It's the hottest selling condiment right now, figuratively and literally. I'm Michael George with why hot sauce is having a moment.
For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. 2 giant pandas are on their way to San Diego from China. China loans pandas to more than 20 countries under a program often referred to as panda diplomacy. But this is the first time China has granted new panda loans to the U.S. in 2 decades. Xing Bao is a female panda. She is described as gentle and well-behaved. And Yun Chuan is an almost 5-year-old male. He's known to be smart and lively. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is after the break. So cute.
4th of July at Home Furniture starts with 2 big days of savings. This Thursday and Friday, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. This Middleton Queen bedroom suite is $24.99. Made in Wisconsin with American Red Oak. 2 big days of savings Thursday and Friday at Home Furniture.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
What if antibodies from sharks cured cancer? What if breast cancer was prevented with a vaccine? What if new science became clinical trials in real time? At UW Health Carbone Cancer Center, we search the depths of the ocean, the edges of space, turning possibilities into life-saving solutions and what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
A storm damage message from Knutson Roofing. If the roof on your home, business, church, or school was damaged by recent storms, call your local roof repair expert, Knutson Roofing at 715-ROOFING. Trust a local company with thousands of references to fix your roof, not the drive-through town companies that show up after a storm. Knutson Roofing. Local, dependable. Did we say local? Call 715-ROOFING today.
During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get $500 off Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses and a $300 shopping cart with free white glove delivery and a 120-night guarantee. Tempur-Pedic, now at Home Sleep Express.
All right, welcome back and good morning to you. If you're just joining us, we are looking at a little bit of rainfall on the way. But first, I want to guide you over to a little patchy fog that's still holding on to our area now. But just before as the rain is on its way to topple right over us. We're sitting into patchy fog from Viroqua, Decorah, all the way down into Boscobel. You're also picking up Preston, a little bit of patchy fog there. And you can see by La Crosse, we're still at 10 miles of visibility, but rainfall is right on your tail. You can see it coming in right now. It's slowly but surely with the yellow coming in, some moderate rainfall on the way. So there's wet on the roadway. As that happens, well, we're going to be picking up another batch of this line coming in and more showers possible. Now, there's also a slight chance of a thunderstorm to finish out this morning as we go into about 11 o'clock or so. You'll see this slowly but surely kind of breaking down between 10 and 11 o'clock this morning. And you can see we're still in it by 10, and then we start to clear out. But we pick up a little bit of minor rotation right around this area as well. So please be advised about that. Right now, it's nothing serious, just about a little bit of transition of wind coming in. We'll also see an influx of warmer air coming in from the south all the way from the Gulf of Mexico. So that's going to infuse a little bit of instability here moving into the afternoon hours and into the early morning or early evening commute for you. So another wet commute possible as you finish out going into the 5 o'clock hour, going in all the way through the 6 o'clock hour and into the 7 o'clock hour. It's going to be wet for you and potential for thunderstorm activity not out of the question. That's your forecast. I'll have more for you coming up in just a bit.
In your consumer news this morning, since January 2023, 72% of the planet's reef areas have been bleached by heat stress. The bleaching is being driven by record-breaking ocean heat fueled by planet-warming pollution and boosted by a super El Nino. The current coral massacre is so severe, reef experts are looking to hurricanes to provide relief, cool the ocean. To help cool the ocean, they also churn up pockets of cold water from deeper in the ocean up to the surface. Economists at Bank of America are warning first-time home buyers to be patient. They believe the housing market will remain stuck until at least 2026. Those who already own a home are locked in because of the high rates. With a low supply that can't keep up with demand, home prices have nowhere to go but up. In May, the median price of a U.S. home climbed to a record $419,000. Bank of America expects prices to climb by 4.5% this year, then by another 5% in 2025, before eventually dipping by 0.5% in 2026. SpaceX is going to develop a vehicle to drag the International Space Station out of orbit in the coming years. NASA says it'll pay SpaceX $843 million to build the vehicle. The ISS is a nearly 1 million pound orbiting laboratory, roughly the size of a football field. In coming years, NASA and its 4 international partners will cease operations of the ISS, but it's not clear exactly when. Across the country, one particular condiment is flying off store shelves in record numbers. Michael George shows us why America is hot for hot sauce.
Jack Adam wasn't into spicy food, but once he started trying hot sauces, he was hooked.
It was an acquired taste, got into like Thai cuisine, Vietnamese cuisine, and dabbling in spice that way, and now it's taken over most of the food I eat.
The hottest condiment in America is hot sauce. Fortune Business Insight says North American sales jumped 6% last year, and the global market is expected to grow from $3 billion to almost $6 billion by 2032. Noah Chaimberg is founder of Hedonist, a craft hot sauce shop based in New York.
Hot sauce is a great way to take what would otherwise be kind of a repetitive recipe and to really create something new with it.
Sales are heating up because more Americans are cooking at home, and as immigrant populations rise, so does interest in global cuisine. There's also a growing number of vegans using hot sauce to add extra flavor.
Oh, be careful, that is crazy.
But one of the biggest factors in the hot sauce boom is a YouTube talk show.
That one had a reaction with my tear ducts.
On Hot Ones, celebrities sit down for an interview while eating spicy chicken wings.
Did you say this is pure pepper?
Mm-hmm. Some episodes pull in as many as 10 million viewers.
I'm fine.
Hedonist best sellers are Hot Ones branded sauces.
This is our Hot Ones Los Calientes Verde. It's absolutely one of our most popular sauces.
Cheers. It's sweet, it's spicy, the kick is just coming in now, but it's not too
smoky.
hot. Now, stores sell sauces that range from nuclear hot to ultra mild for kids.
You see kids now who are into spicy food, where when you think back 20, 30, 40 years ago, that was never a thing.
More and more people finding life is better with a little spice.
And the most popular hot sauces in the U.S. are Tabasco and Frank's Red Hot. That does it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:19. Let's check in with meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast. Art, you like hot sauce?
I'm kind of dipping my toe back into it. I used to eat it a lot as a kid, but now I backed off, and then I've been doing it for the last few years now. So I'm getting there. All right, so back into it, my friend, what we have going on for you. We're also looking at this rain coming in now. Behind that, we've got some storm activity associated with this. This line is really tightening up right here, and we need to keep an eye on that. It's heading right into toward Winona within the next, say, 15 to 30 minutes here. We're also, I should say, 15 to about 20 minutes. We're also going to be seeing this kind of roll right into La Crosse and really pick up some steam here. So this is something we'll watch for you. I'll bring it in a little bit closer. You can see it here as you get into Decorah. They've got some moderate to light rainfall popping through there as well, all the way down to Prairie du Chien. And you see this all continuing to drive back up to the north. That's that area of low pressure associated with that. That's pulling in from Canada and working its way all the way down to us. From that, though, you can see the wide, and yeah, there it is right there. There's the wide area of it, and that continues to just kind of stretch its way back toward us, and it's slinging that rainfall back in our area with more of that moisture coming in from the south, coming in from Louisiana as well as the Gulf there. You're holding on to more of this colder air mixing with that, and that's what's igniting a lot of these storms earlier than expected. So that means we could have a storm or two working in the forecast with this moving out of the way as we go into Saturday. Saturday is going to be a sunnier day. We'll have more sunshine coming in on Sunday. Cooler conditions expected, but then high pressure builds back, and look at that high pressure right there, and that means warmer conditions going into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, along with some showers to storm activity going all the way into Tuesday and then breaking down for Wednesday. What we've got going on for you here as we go through the afternoon, we'll pick up some showers, possibly maybe a storm or two working into your evening forecast. So once you're going in for dinner or out and about for dinner or so, heading home, you're looking at a little bit of thunderstorm activity, maybe even some showers on the roadway. Doesn't look like a lot, but it's still going to be out there for you. That being said, we take a look here going into Saturday. Nothing really happening on Saturday, just a blip or two, maybe a tenth, or I should say 10% chance or so or less, and that's not even in our area anymore. It finishes by about 3 a.m. in the morning on tomorrow. Take a look at the rainfall coming in. You see some big numbers up on the top that get up to 2 inches there as we roll right in for overnight into Saturday, and then eventually you're picking up some pretty good rainfall. Portions of that will get into the rivers and streams here, and that's going to cause some exacerbation for flooding. That's going to continue all the way from the minor to the moderate all the way into the end of next week. So that means that's going to be a part of your 4th of July. Take a look as we get into the river levels here. You can see who's got what going into it. When we get to McGregor there in the minor, they're going to catch up to everybody else getting into the moderate flooding, which everyone is in right now. So as that happens, well, what to expect for you is going to be at least, it's going to be kind of uncomfortable as far as that flooding goes and for people on their holidays. We'll go right into upper 70s for today, tomorrow, and we're going to get back into Sunday about 74 degrees. Still a cool to mild weekend. And by Monday, you've got a shower potential coming in for that night, and then eventually more storms in the afternoon. We're looking at drier skies for Wednesday, and of course what you're looking at for 4th of July, well, you've got 84 degrees, really humid out there. And of course you've got Friday of next week, you're looking at 30% chance of showers. Be safe.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:22. Still ahead, a decade-long volunteer finally gets to donate. How changes in blood donation policies are opening doors and potentially saving more lives. That's coming up after your morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the blitz, the Loggers looking to make it 10 straight. Could they do it? And also Sam Blazkowski out west for U.S. Olympic trials in the 200. Could he make it to tonight? I'll have the answers and more coming up next.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $200 on select Sealy mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Stay cool this summer with portable air conditioners from Pelonis. They're easy to install and adjust and feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick one up for $177.99 after rebate. Transform your home with top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Get this Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator today for $11.98. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. A lightly used 23 Grand Cherokee L with third row, heated seats, and remote start is just $38,990. Or pre-owned Chrysler Pacifica with heated leather and seating for 7 starting at just $23,990. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Save big for the 4th, now through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. Whole seedless watermelon, just $3.98 each. Basket and bushel strawberries, just $1.77 for a 1-pound pack. And Frito-Lay party-size snacks, queso dip or salsa, just $3.99 each when you buy 3. Get these great deals and more, now through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Celebrate on Alaska, featuring the Festival Foods fireworks on June 29th.
Welcome to the Blitz. June 19th was the last time the Loggers lost a baseball game, and in their recent path of destruction was the Thunder Bay Border Cats. And last night, the boys from up north were looking for some payback. First inning, the home side is going to get on the board first. Luke Davis sends one down the line. Matt Mira was going on the pitch, so he is going to score easily to plate the first run of the game. But Thunder Bay would bring the Thunder in their bats. Ty Hamilton sends one to deep right field, and that one is not coming back. That gives the Border Cats the lead. Then up by 3 in the 5th, it's Duncan Matthews at the dish, and he is going to lift one just over the outstretched arm of the shortstop. Thunder Bay ends the streak, pounding out 18 hits and defeating La Crosse 12-3. Brewers with a day off yesterday, but the Twins in action for some afternoon baseball, and they hit the ground running. This Carlos Santana double makes it 6-0 in the second inning. Then in the third, more good wood by Minnesota. Willie Castro lifts one to left center. That's going to go to the wall, score 1, and Castro is going to end up safe at third for a triple. How about a few more in the 4th? This Byron Buxton bomb would make it 11-0. Twins would go on to take this one over Arizona 13-6. And with the 33rd pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks selected Tyler Smith on day 2. Smith is a 6'9" forward who played in 43 games with the NBA G League Ignite team. Similar to A.J. Johnson, Smith is just 19 years old and seems like a little bit more of a long-term project than someone who might get some real minutes next year, but that jump shot does look pretty smooth to me. And in some other U.S. state sports news, this guy is having himself a time out west. Sam Blaskowski out of UWL barely squeaks out his spot in the semifinals of the 200 in Heat 1 with a time of 20.61. Top 6 runners in each heat advance to tomorrow. Or to today, and Sam edged out Lorenz Colbert by 0.03 of a second to punch his ticket to the semifinals. Blaskowski was a late add-in for competitors that dropped out of the race, so a heck of an accomplishment by Sam, and best of luck tonight. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant, and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
It's the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with incredible values for every room in your home. Stunning sofas and sectionals, the latest bedrooms, exciting new dining rooms, and the best selection of leather around. Now's the time to take advantage of big savings on quality brands like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Trustless. Plus, there's 48-month special financing and free gas just for shopping Drury's. More choices, better values. It's the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Hey, it's Reed. This is Chelsea.
Okay, Reed, have you heard of the 9-minute theory in terms of parenting?
I'm not.
The 9 minutes in a child's day are most impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I When they wake up and when they go to bed.
The 3 minutes after they wake up, the 3 minutes before they go to bed, and the 3 minutes when they come home from school.
Okay.
So just taking those moments, not to have your phone out, be totally immersed in what they're talking about, what they're doing.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Your Home Improvement Company is a local company specializing in reviving outdated and worn-out bathrooms, and right now we're offering a significant discount to homeowners. That's right, you can save up to 30% off your bathroom remodel. Call the number on your screen and take advantage of these huge savings. With over 2 decades of experience, you'll notice the difference with our superior American-made bathroom remodeling products installed by certified local professionals committed to exceptional customer service, all backed by a lifetime warranty. Call today to schedule your free estimate and save 30% on your bathroom remodel. Whether you dream of a complete bathroom remodel or a simple tub-to-shower conversion, we'll surpass your expectations with our array of stunning design options and top quality materials. Enjoy a premier remodeling experience with trusted products with flexible financing options. Call today to book your free estimate and take advantage of our limited time offer. Don't miss this chance to elevate your home with Your Home Improvement Company. Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
Download the News 8000 app today. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your morning medical news, Americans should plan to get updated COVID-19 and flu shots this fall. The CDC announced anyone 6 months and older should receive one of the new COVID vaccines. Updated vaccines give targeted protection from a virus as immunity decreases over time. The U.S. faces a rise in cases of COVID-19 across most states. People who got the last vaccine had increased protection against hospital visits. The Affordable Care Act requires insurers to pay for vaccines recommended by the advisory committee at no cost. For years, gay and bisexual men were not able to give life-saving blood. The FDA banned donations during the 1980s HIV/AIDS crisis. Last year, the FDA lifted the rules. This Pride Month, Danya Bacchus shows us how one man is helping make blood donation more inclusive.
Just need your donor ID or picture ID.
Ralph Galvan has been a volunteer with the American Red Cross for 10 years, but it wasn't until last year that he was able to donate blood.
I felt really good that, we're not on the sidelines anymore.
As a gay man, Ralph couldn't give blood based on rules the Food and Drug Administration had in place that kept sexually active gay or bisexual men from donating. To help change that policy, he took part in an FDA-funded study that led to requirement changes.
Being part of the advanced study and helping shape this and getting rid of the policy is beneficial to me, to my community.
Last year, the FDA lifted restrictions. Guidelines are no longer based on sexual orientation, and all potential donors receive the same standard donor history questionnaire.
This is really exciting because we're now able to ask every potential donor the same questions, treating them with equality and with respect, all while still maintaining a safe blood supply.
Right now, officials say there is a critical need. Last month, the Red Cross collected 20,000 fewer donations than needed to maintain its national supply.
Unfortunately, throughout the summer months, we know that we can only expect more severe weather and record-setting travel, which is going to further impact the ability of people to come out for their appointments.
Ralph is grateful he can make a difference.
It's a heartfelt moment that, that I can give now and help others.
And he is proud to say he is now a volunteer and donor.
All donated blood, even from repeat donors, is tested for hepatitis, HIV, syphilis, and other transmissible diseases. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds is appealing the decision to designate the former South Community Library as a historic structure. That library closed last year due to city budget cuts. Last month, the Heritage Preservation Commission voted to approve the building as a historic landmark. Mayor Reynolds' appeal says the application for historic preservation lacked evidence. City committees have been discussing proposals to redevelop the building into housing. The Common Council will discuss Reynolds' appeal at the July 11th meeting. Chippewa Valley Technical College is one of 6 in the state to be designated as a national center of academic excellence in cybersecurity. That's according to a White House strategy report released this week. The strategy's goal is to increase education opportunities as a way to boost the cybersecurity workforce. Instructors say the White House's recognition is a feather in the cap of CVTC and the work they're putting into the cybersecurity field. The Rotary Club of La Crosse is celebrating one of its members selected to lead the Rotary District next year. Yesterday, Todd Restel was officially named the district governor of Rotary District 6250. The district represents 52 clubs across 28 counties in western Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota. Restel says he'll improve peace and water sanitation during his term, and he's excited to spread his message.
I get to go to 52 clubs, meet people from all different communities, see what they're doing, get to celebrate with them, and that is by far going to be the most fun part.
To become Rotary District Governor, you first have to serve as Rotary Club President. Habitat for Humanity in Winona County hosted its annual Hootenanny yesterday at the Minnesota Equestrian Center. It featured live music, games, food, and a live auction. Proceeds from the event will go toward building and repairing homes for local families in need.
Building a home, providing a house for someone, a home for someone is just, there's no greater feeling.
Last year they raised $83,000. They're hoping to raise $100,000 this year. The time now is 6:35. Here is News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, take it slow, take your time, and be safe out there as rainfall is back for us. That continues to work its way from west to east across the area. And once we get into it, you can see that line coming down from out of Minneapolis now, working its way down all the way into Rochester, Preston picking up some rainfall, Decorah, and La Crosse now getting into some light to moderate rainfall. That's going to continue to push across. Now take a look at this. You get into this little like A-frame. You see that right there? That was something that was supposed to be over Eau Claire for today, but now you can see it's been moved deeper. From this, we're going to get some winds coming out of the south, and they're going to be working on the front side of this round here. And then once we get into here, we're going to be picking up some of that warmer air sliding right into there. That's going to direct some of that rotation right here for us over in portions of Eau Claire. It'll be right when that happens. It'll be right over us or slightly to our east, and that means we could see a little more development of storm activity working in the forecast. And from that here, I'll bring it in a little bit closer so you can see. Eventually, the rainfall continues to move in, and that will continue to be exacerbating our forecast for the remainder of the day. Take a look here, getting into that rainfall. It continues to press on us as we go into the 10 o'clock hour for this morning, and then up and out it goes. Then you see the rainfall kind of kick off to the side, and we'll see more of that coming back later on as we go into the evening hours and overnight to around 3 a.m. when it should be done for the remainder of this day and into early morning tomorrow as well. Back to you. All right, before we go, well, we are going to take a look here at, we're going to be taking a look at, well, there we go. Go ahead.
Look who's 8. Yes, starting with Janine. She's turning 88 today. She loves quilting and spending time with her family. There she is.
All right.
Now we've got
There, she's
next.
cool. Hey, Daryl is turning 88 today. He likes deer hunting and fishing and ice fishing, excuse me, spending time with his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Well done, mate.
Yes, happy birthday. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
All right, that's right. Just upload their photo to our website at news8000.com and look for the submit pictures button under the home tab on our website.
It is Foodie Friday on News 8 Now this morning. Up next, we'll have owner and operator of Nosh Scratch Kitchen in studio to talk about their ever-changing menu.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Get ready to save huge at the King Furniture Independence Day sale going on now. We're celebrating with huge discounts on sofas, sectionals, recliners, bedrooms, dining rooms, lift chairs, and more. Our warehouse is overstocked and we need to move some furniture fast. That means incredible savings for you. Find July 4th deals on the best brands in the furniture and mattress business. Do not miss the King Furniture Independence Day sale going on now.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together. Big days or any other day. So much. From hot and juicy to ooey gooey to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Store your tools and organize your garage with our wide selection of Master Force storage products. They're heavy duty and designed to last a lifetime. Get this tall garage storage cabinet for $499.99 after rebate. Check out our great selection of Bright Lux lights. They're perfect for illuminating both your indoor and outdoor spaces. Get this 12-foot LED color changing string light for just $9.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
There's something for everyone at Riverfest 2024, July 3rd through the 6th at Riverside Park in La Crosse. Entertainment, food, and festivities featuring the Skyrockers' incredible 4th of July fireworks display. Enjoy Norskadalen's Music in the Valley, a chance to sit back and experience the beauty of Norskadalen and listen to one of the area's best musicians, Dan Zabronic, July 3rd at 5:30.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. A lightly used 23 Grand Cherokee L with third row, heated seats, and remote start is just $38,990. Or pre-owned Chrysler Pacifica with heated leather and seating for 7 starting at just $23,990. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
All right, and away we go with your first warm weather here. Take a look here. We've got a little bit of rainfall setting up for us here, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We have storm and showers here. We also have 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. showers and storm activity. We'll do the same as we get in the 7 o'clock hour and then stretch that out to the overnight into the 3 a.m. hour. And we're looking at that to end around between 2 and 3 a.m. and we should be done for pretty much the day. We'll get into this rainfall. This nice little line continues to straighten up a little bit and it's working its way now. It's getting infused by some air coming in from the south, so that's why it's doing a lot of changing. We get a little bit closer here, rainfall for us locally. Well, we're looking at, yeah, it's right there, some light to heavy rainfall now kind of moving in, and it is a little bit spotty. It's going to line up a little bit better for us. This is a look at the whole system here. You can see the area of low pressure that really is ushered in, holding on to the northern tier of the United States and Canada and driving in some of that colder air coming all the way back down into us here. As you can see, that's going to nudge this storm out of the way slowly but surely, and in that we're going to be picking up that wind from the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to infuse the colder air and the warmer air together, and that's where we're going to get some good looking storms. That's why everything's been changed up a little bit in your forecast. As this continues to press on, this comes in for Monday going into Tuesday. We've got high pressure building as well. That means warmer air is coming back to our area. Humidity is going to hold on. We're looking at mid 80s possibly working into your forecast. We'll also take a look here as we go through the morning hours. Here's another batch of that rainfall. I just want to show you how it all plays out going into the next few hours. You see it kind of stopping as we get into the end of the morning hours, and then start slowly but surely we take a break, come back again within an hour or so, in some cases maybe a few more hours with the rainfall starting up for your evening commute. So commute to commute, we're picking up the rainfall. That's basically what's going on. And then if you're heading on out in the overnight hours, please be careful with that little drive because you're going to have fog and rainfall potential out there. Here are the rain amounts. We're picking up maybe up to 1/4 of an inch to start, then we may even come up to at least a couple of inches. You can see that up there, as well as an inch or so possible for our zonal forecast. All right, so we take that into account. We slip in to say, hey, that's going to hit the streams and that's going to hit the rivers, and that means potential for flooding on the way. So take a look what we've got going on for you here. We see most people here are holding on to areas that are in Wabasha, as well as Winona, La Crosse, McGregor, picking up some rainfall that's already in portions of flooding that continues to exacerbate and move over into at least the moderate flooding for next week if they are not in there already. Upper 70s expected for the next couple of days, and we cool it on down again with that air I told you about coming in from Canada, infusing it in, and then we try to switch it up going into Monday. We start to warm it up a couple of degrees and bring that high pressure in, warming up more showers and storms for us possible as we go into Monday night into Tuesday. Take a break on Wednesday and looking pretty good as we go into Thursday. Right now we're still holding on to see if this rainfall is going to continue for us for the 4th of July and maybe again into Friday. Be safe.
Higher temperatures are finally adding some spring warmth to the air, which is one reason the Mediterranean-influenced cuisine of our guest today feels just right for Foodie Friday. Joining us now is Greg Jaworski, owner and operator of Nosh Scratch Kitchen in Winona. Good morning. Welcome to Foodie Friday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy to have you. So just start by telling us a little bit what Nosh Scratch Kitchen is.
Well, it's a scratch kitchen.
Yeah, what does that mean?
We do everything in-house as much as we can. Yeah, and we just try to make things the way they used to be done, from scratch, not purchased off a Cisco truck, just cooked with knives and pots and pans.
Wow, okay, yeah, that is unique and, you know, harder to come by these days, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, that's great. So you did bring some ingredients, very fresh, they smell and look beautiful. What can you tell us about your ingredients?
Well, they're local and they're grown now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So farmers markets don't open for another couple weeks, but you can still find fresh produce. These are wild ramps. They're in season right now, so I have a certified forager who went out into the woods and got these for me.
Wow.
So, yeah, even in Minnesota, Wisconsin,
right,
you can
in
get
early
local
spring.
foods.
Yeah, okay, great. And so it looks like you have, is it kale or other kinds of root vegetables
Yes,
there?
there's lacinato kale and rainbow chard and broccolini and kohlrabi, along with the ramps, of course.
Okay, great. And does your menu change every day, or how often does it
Every
change?
single day.
Wow, okay, and
Not
that's all.
Not completely, but you know, small
Little
things
tweaks.
here and there as the the weather changes and the ingredients morph.
Yeah, so based on what you can get. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's great. You also have an impressive wine list. Tell us about that.
Yeah, wine, cocktail, beer. We try to run the gamut on what's trendy and popular and what people like. So.
Okay, and that's kind of similar to your food philosophy too?
Yeah, maybe a little heavier on the bourbon. I really like bourbon, so.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Probably more bourbon than wine.
Okay, which is fine for Wisconsin. Well, you're in Minnesota, but I'm sure you get Wisconsin visitors, so I'm sure
And
they
we
don't mind.
We have brandy too. So,
Okay.
For the Wisconsinites.
Yeah, good to know. All right, so any specials or events going on at Nosh Scratch Kitchen? What can you tell us about that? Or people
Yeah,
can
just-
have events, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. They can have events, and you know, it's pretty much just status quo. Every day is unique. The menu changes every day, so we will be celebrating 20 years this summer.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. But
Okay.
it should be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. but
Okay,
yeah,
we'll stay tuned for that. And you are on social media if people want to learn more.
that'd be great. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, all the basics there.
Yeah.
All right, great. And what would you want people to know about Nosh Scratch Kitchen before they visit you?
Well, I mean that we're there, which is nice because we're up in Winona. But yeah, that we care and we're trying to cook food the right way and we're passionate about what we do.
Okay. And do you have a favorite recipe that you're cooking up these days?
No, just ingredients, you know, like the ramps. Watercress is another one, local ingredient. So,
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
I'm really focused on ingredients and technique, not necessarily recipes.
Okay, so it seems like a good place if people want to try some of these, especially because they are locally grown, right? And these aren't things that most people have in their kitchen, so it looks like it would be a good place for people to try some of these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great. Okay, and what about hours? When are you guys open?
Tuesday through Saturday nights. So we open at 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock.
Don't have a set closing time. We stop seating. So we don't kick you out. We just stop seating people.
Okay. All right. So you went over your hours. Okay. And reservations, are they recommended or?
Highly.
They are.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, especially on the weekends. We're fairly busy. So.
Okay. And how can we go about getting reservations?
Yeah, shoot us a call, an email. I don't have an online service. I personally like to do that interface, so most likely you'll get a call from me, and we'll set you up.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your business.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, of course. And stay with us. We're back right after this.
Plenty of questions after last night's historic presidential debate. We'll have reaction and analysis, including John Dickerson, who will join us at the table with his thoughts on how the candidates move forward from here. Also, if you are planning a summer vacation at the beach, you need to be aware of powerful rip currents. We'll share tips on what to do if you get caught in one. And looking for a good cocktail this weekend, we've got you covered. The editor-in-chief of Bon Appetit will be here to reveal their list of the best new bars in the U.S. We will have everything you need to know, and of course, more on the show. We'll see you at 7.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
It's the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with incredible values for every room in your home. Stunning sofas and sectionals, the latest bedrooms, exciting new dining rooms, and the best selection of leather around. Now's the time to take advantage of big savings on quality brands like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Trustless. Plus, there's 48-month special financing and free gas just for shopping Drury's. More choices, better values. It's the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today. Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Welcome to the party. We all make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're going to meet here. You can feel the energy in this room. Every single person needs to be included in these conversations. Let's do this! Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. A former nursing administrator of Pine Valley Community Village is under arrest after creating fake threats toward herself. 38-year-old Shaponda Jimerson contacted the Richland County Sheriff's Office claiming she was receiving Facebook threats. After an investigation, it was determined the letter was fake, and online records show she created the Facebook accounts and sent those messages to herself. Jimerson turned herself into Richland County Jail Wednesday, where she's charged with perjury and resisting obstructing an officer. President Biden travels to North Carolina today, and former President Trump will speak at a campaign event in Virginia. Last night, the two faced off for 90 minutes in their first presidential debate of the season. They clashed over their records on the economy, abortion, immigration, the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, and the January 6th Capitol riot. The La Crosse County Democratic Party gathered at the Rivoli Theater to watch the debate. With 5 months to go till the election, chair of the La Crosse County Democratic Party, William Garcia, said having this debate early will help get people prepared for Wisconsin's upcoming primary and may help bolster support for Democratic candidates across the state.
I think the one big advantage is that it just gets people excited a little earlier. You know, here in Wisconsin, we've got primaries coming up in August. So this debate is actually going to generate interest not just for Biden, but for all of our Democratic candidates up and down the ballot that have primaries coming up in August.
Garcia also claimed tax cuts passed by former President Trump, quote, blew a massive hole in the nation's deficit and that other than that, nothing else got accomplished, end quote. La Crosse County Republicans watched the debate at Congressman Derek Van Orden's office. That meeting was closed to the media. Eau Claire County Republicans hosted a watch party as well. The group's vice chairman says the candidates' economic policies are the biggest thing on young voters' minds.
The devastation that's occurred to people's families' budgets, trying to make ends meet, the cost of housing going up, rents have gone through the roof. Young people, newlyweds, they probably feel they won't be able to own a home. They'll be renters for the rest of their lives. So the economy is the worst thing.
We reached out to La Crosse Republicans for comment. They declined. Get ready for an exciting weekend of events in the Chippewa Valley and Coulee region. In Holmen, the first ever Cheese Fest kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. Head to the Holmen Area Community Center for a craft and art vendor market. Then check out the meat raffle and silent auction at Features Restaurant starting at noon. In Eau Claire, comedy fans won't want to miss the Jar of Pain Improv at Eau Claire Improv tomorrow night. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 7:30. For movie buffs, Marillion is the place to be tonight. The Marillion Lions Club is hosting a free classic car show from 5 to 8 at Guile Park, followed by a screening of Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny at dusk. Just tune your car radio to the provided frequency to enjoy the audio. Today's clue for the Riverfest medallion has been revealed. It says, quote, since 1911, aviation has captivated La Crosse. During Airfest 2024, our 2023 Commodore took to the skies. The Blue Angels put on quite a show. Oh my. The medallion is hidden within a 10-mile radius of Riverside Park. It's small enough to fit in the palm of your hand and won't be buried. The winner gets 4 Riverfest buttons, $50 in food vouchers, and 10 beverage tickets.
All right, and away we go. We do have rainfall that's moving through the area. We have some thunderstorms on the way, getting closer and closer, and showers will continue all the way into the afternoon, possibly holding on to at least a break. Just as we get into, say, 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, then it starts all over again. Take a look at what's happening here as we get into it. You are looking at 70s expected today and tomorrow. A little extra sunshine for you tomorrow and Sunday as well, a little bit cooler. And then Monday, we get back into 76 degrees, still sunny skies, maybe some storms at night, and we'll see more of those storms later by Tuesday.
All right, Art, thank you. A 2-month-old endangered Mexican wolf pup living at a Chicago zoo needs a name, and the zoo is asking for your help. You don't have to come up with a unique name, but if you're like Art, you might want to. You just have to vote. Animal care experts from the Brookfield Zoo have narrowed the list of names to 4: Esperanza, Alma, Sierra, and Kelly. The zoo says the names are culturally and geographically relevant to reflect the pup's background. The public has until next Tuesday to vote. The winning name will be announced on July 3rd. So you're still going with Kyler?
I'm still going with Kyler, but I guess it's irrelevant, though. So.
Right. But they had one kind of similar, Kelly. I guess that could be it. Right. I like Esperanza. Oh. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Friday.